Right, hi there. I'm going to start a slideshow. Here we go from the beginning. Business and marketing. Okay, we're doing business and marketing. Rachel Gibson. So welcome, you would have joined this workshop, but given relevant codes to the left of the class is a quiz. Once you do complete your quiz, please do email team@thedigitalpsychic.com. You'll receive a certification of completion once you've actually done all the tasks and assignments. You're welcome to continue development with me and request to join Facebook Messenger practice area. Please do contact Rachel Gibson BA on this page. To pass in this, you would have to get over 85% or more, and I hope you enjoyed this workshop short course. I do use various resources discussed via webinar, bringing you useful resources from the internet and collaborating it with my own experiences. So I've set up businesses before for charity, so traders and businesses. Also work for local strategic government and other organisations. This workshop short course is also designed to talk about social marketing and help you market you and your services. I've worked as a marketing director in the past and we'll talk about experiences, and you are welcome to join our Facebook chat area and message us at team@thedigitalpsychic if you wish to join there. So business structure, first and foremost, imperative to set up a mission statement or a business plan, analysing what the structure you wish to implement. You're going to be a sole trader, a foundation, a charity, or a not-for-profit. Now, a sole trader is someone who works single, okay, so you work for self, and then a foundation is something that you build and you're gathering money in the interest of others. A charity is set up would be approximately £5,000, plus you would have to have a proper mission statement and belong to charity governmental places in order for you to be strategically analysed and stuff, making sure you're doing the aims of the charity. There's limited by guarantee, which means that you can set up as your own charity, but you don't have that charity status, but you do have limited by guarantee status, so you're classed as a not-for-profit. Always do things from a legal basis. Make sure you have your mission statement, what your goals are, your finances. For a sole trader in the UK, you don't actually have to have a bank account that's a business account. You can use your own personal account, but it does make it easier for bookkeeping and things like that. A limited company will have directorship, so you can set up as a corporation, and also a secretary, but you can still set up corporations with just you being the only sole person. There are various ways of doing that. Make sure that your business has public liability insurances, and that you are either self-assessed or tax corporated, and make sure you have all your legal stuff in place, registering with like Companies House and stuff like that. Now, locality is very important, because when you're setting up a business, you want to be looking at if you're going to be running it from home, are you going to be running it from office? Are there other people around you with the same business? What about business rates and things like that? So what you need to be looking at is, where is your business best situated for you? And that actually formulates your business plan, and then you're able to set your objections. Now, marketing is very important. You need to know your competitors, who they are, what do they do differently, is there any loopholes, is there a niche that they haven't touched on that you could touch on? Are you going to offer it differently, or are you going to expand on something that they've done? Are you going to work in partnership with people? Are you going to join groups? What way are you going to market you? That is very strategic and very important. Also analysing demographics, so who's your targeted audience? Analyse who's going to benefit from your services, what age range, what gender, and what location. Now in Facebook, for example, they've already got that in place, but it's very expensive to advertise with Facebook, and something I don't promote, but you know, that's up to other people. The reason why I don't is because you'd have to spend approximately £10,000 to get a really good return on anything in relation to hitting demographically and getting yourself out there when it when it's to do with Facebook. It's important to just be advertising you and working out maybe which way you're going to do that. You could use Facebook in terms of their market search engines. It's good also to get your business name out there by using SEO, which is pretty easy to do. So it optimizes your web space. And what you would do there is get your website and get SEO implemented. If you're setting up a website, which I do recommend because that is essentially a window for you. Oh dear, we charges just spoke, so that's not good. Okay. That's my charger whilst we're going on. Hopefully I'm not. Always have charger at hand. More importantly, that'd be more strategic of me, wouldn't it? So marketing you, what do you offer? What are the prices? What special deals have you? What's your retention? Okay, retention in business is very important. So, you know, always reward your clients. Analyze all before plowing money into your business. Okay, don't plow your money into a business before you've actually projected it. So what you would do is gather all your information, do a business plan, how you're going to start the business up, what's it going to be, where's your market, what are the locations. Analyze all of that before you actually plow money into that business. And then what you would do is do a projection. So you actually look at the cost for the next year, project your cost also for the following year. So what's it going to look like in 3 years time, 10 years time, etc., etc. And what you can do from that is then build a picture of how your business is going to grow. If it's not going to grow and straight away, you're noticing that there's lots of gaps, no gaps in the market, and basically you've come across lots of hurdles. What you want to be doing is retracting. Think of something different and a different way of approaching it. Now, I believe in NLP, essentially, the center of excellence, in terms of that if somebody else can do it, so can you. So for example, me, I'm going to be VAT already. So I'm signing up for VAT now. My accountants are on to it. Within 1 year, I've reached VAT bracket, which means that I'm expanding big. You know, I'm going to be franchising corporations, stuff like that. Now, if I can do it, so can you. Basically started off on Facebook and just doing lives. I've never plowed any money into marketing via Facebook. I've done it all myself. It was self-advertising. As a marketing director, what I used was basically going into Facebook and having a presence. That is your most important thing. You might look at your Facebook page and go on there live and go, oh, I've only got 5 people. So did I. You might think, oh, but this isn't getting anywhere. It's only getting anywhere if you're not putting effort into it. What you need to be doing is having a presence on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, getting those subscribers and stuff like that. Yes, there's loads of people doing it. Essentially, though, if you have that presence every day, people will come to you because you are reliable, you are there. Begin with like offering free services for say a month and build that audience. That's what I did. I actually started off offering free services, free readings, built my capacity up and got something like 2,000, I think it was, likes on my page before I actually started charging people. So I started charging my services March the 5th last year, and that was after doing a month free. Make sure that you do it free, because what you're doing is you're generating your audience by actually already having your page there. You're offering the free services, And from that comes trust. From that comes amazing reviews. I had amazing reviews at that time. The reviews on Facebook aren't always good because it's a way that some people could sort of misalign your services, because people do get quite envious because it's competition. And where there's competition, you're always going to have trolls and things like that. So what you need to be doing is also protecting your business and make sure that you have that in place also. One of my learning curves. So yeah, social media, good places: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You make a projection, discuss your business, how it's going to move forward. As I've asked you for business plans, I know a couple of you are already making quite good headway. Do your research, make the plan the finances, choose your business structure, pick and register your business name, very important, get licenses if you need licenses and permits, and choose your accounting system. Now, your accounting system could be, what you're going to do is do it each month, each day, each week, or you're going to use a generic chart like PayPal has an Insights. Then you can download that, send that off for accounting. Bookkeeping is very, very important. Ensure that you keep your receipts. I use a thing called Receipt Me. So basically, I've got like this little app, and basically all my receipts go into that app. And you email it to the app and it registers it for you, and that's linked to my accountant. I mean, I've got an accountant because I've chosen that. I could have done my accounts myself. However, I think it's a lot more time consuming to be dealing with that and other organizations out there, like, your Inland Revenue, where if they're doing it for you, it takes that weight off your shoulders. So I prefer to do it. It's more cost effective for me, because essentially your expenses will be reducted even for paying your accountant. So your following year after that comes into play. So, you can put it down as an expense. Well, she'll know how to do that. Tax, obviously register with Taxman, VAT. Now, GDPR, that's coming very soon here in the UK. Very vital for businesses to be having GDPR in Europe and stuff like that. What this is a new Data Protection Act that's coming into play. GDPR it's not that complex really. Policies appear to be complex, but when you analyze it, it's not much different than registering with the ICO and having those data protection things there, which is stuff like opting in and out of emails, making sure that your third party apps, stuff like that, are correct, that the policies are in place, that you have that in your terms and conditions and the privacy policies. A lot more intricate and more detail if you're dealing with children. It's very, very more concise. Also, subject access requests, having that in place, that would be a new thing where people could pay you to have information. I think it's £10 at the moment. I'm not sure if it's free under the new GDPR. I'm currently going through the GDPR process, making sure that's in place for May the 25th. And it's all of those things. So it's important, because you'll get fined if you don't do it properly. The plan, clarify the purpose of the plan, whether it will need to sell your business to outsiders. So are you going to be selling your business to outsiders? Are you going to go into partnership? Review a SWOT analysis of your business. So what are the strengths? What's the weaknesses? What's going to be the opportunities? Where's the threats? And consider including a summary within that plan. Begin a plan with background material and history of business. So why have you come up with this? What's your mission statement? Why have you done it? All of the almost like an evaluation of your project before it begins. Describe market segments in which you compete, so market trends, drivers. What you could be doing is analysing, researching other psychic mediums if you're doing that, or healers in the area. Make sure you market segment something close to you in your proximity, because if you're going international, like myself, I'm now an international psychic medium. It becomes more difficult because the market segments sort of spread out a lot faster. But what you could use for that is analysing Facebook demographics and your audience, where you're picking it up. And Facebook's amazing, it does all of that for you. So when you're online, and if you're going to be targeting an area, look at the demographics where you're hitting. You will see in Insights in Facebook where that reach is. Target that reach area. I don't spend any money on the demographics, because I feel it's a waste of time and money. You'd have to, like I said, have approximately £10,000 to spend later maybe, but at the moment I just don't think that's beneficial. What you need to be doing is showing that presence if you're going to be using Facebook as a platform. If you're going to be using your local area and advertising through, obviously, directory, telephone boxes, putting cards up in places and shop windows, wherever there's a public, really, what you want to be doing is getting leaflets, cards, maybe turning up to market fairs. That's a really good way to get yourself out there as well. And explain how you market your product. So how are you going to do that? Is market position? What's the pricing? Is there any promotions? Distribution channels, and how are you going to sell it? All of these things you need to be looking at right at this moment in time. I'll wait for you to actually provide me with that so that I'm able to help you go forward. So thank you so much for watching me. Hope you enjoyed the short workshop. I will be available most probably. I'll be putting a schedule on. It'll be for next week around the same time. Thanks.